welcome to, just checking out, I've got enough room in my little space here, to our masterclass time. And we are working through our sun cells, and we are going to do our basic, because we need that as a preliminary warm up, and then what we will do is we'll get into some of the stronger versions quicker on tonight. So welcome, I can see you all coming on board. I hope you brought your strength with you tonight, because there'll be there'll be some puffing. There'll be some huffing and puffing going on tonight, I'm sure. We will start obviously with pranayama, and then we will progress to some stretches. I'm going to use them mostly as some hip opening kind of work, and then we will finish the class with our pranayama. Pranayama tonight will be it's called an ujjayi breath, and we'll do a counted breath with a little bit of a retention, and we'll use this technique, this ujjayi technique. It's a style of breathing that tends to activate the core a little bit more, and it is a breath that we're often encouraged as yogis. We're often encouraged to use this breath throughout a general practice, regardless, because the technique that is used, and I will explain when we get into pranayama, cultivates a more transverse, more deeper core. More to come. You'll only need your blocks tonight. I don't think you'll need your strap, but I just brought it down regardless. Shall we start in a little bit of breath work? Let's just set the scene, let's get present. If you're anything like me, I was doing many things 1 minute before we started, so let's just bring ourselves down a little, and let's connect in with the breathing and take our time. Nice, slow, smooth, steady breath just to start us off. In through the nose, out through the nose. And letting the breath sink and reside in the bottom of the lungs, as we then very slowly feel to the very top. And we exhale and we let go of all of the breath, we empty. And we take some really beautiful, slow, rhythmical breaths, filling the lungs from the very base, the very lower lobes of the lungs, all the way up to the top. Now this breath we're working through is a full yogic breath. We've talked about that technique of samavriti, same breath. Samavriti, very important throughout our sun cells. When you're ready, let's give those fingers and toes a little wriggle and a little squirm, just to bring some life to them. Let's just start first of all in preparing the body. As I said, I would like to do a little bit of hip preparation, because in some of the latter sun cells, there's some hip openers in our down dogs, and obviously the hip needs to be open for our low lunges. So we're going to go into Janusharasana, which is half, I call it half long, half short. I don't know where that came from. When I try to inhale, exhale, come forward. In my days of I still write classes, but in my days of initially writing my classes, rather than trying to use Sanskrit for everything, I would try and abbreviate it so I could write my lesson plans quicker. So this became half. I know what I mean when I say half-half. Half-half is much quicker than running Janusharasana. It's a hip opener on one side, so that's basically a cobbler's or a butterfly pose on one side, and it's a hamstring stretch on the other. So it's a really great stretch because it's sort of a bit dual, gets a lot of the leg into the equation. And if you're a little bit like me and you get stiff in the lower part of the back, because we're hinging or we're folding from the pelvic rim, then you might even notice a bit of openness and a gentle sort of stretch into that lumbar as well for you. So this is our very last Sun Sal Masterclass. Thank you to Julie and to Claire who gave me the suggestion. We're going to come into a twisted version of this. So I'm going to take my left hand to the right leg, wrap my right arm around behind my back, lift and take a twist. There's one thing we don't do a lot of in Sun Salutations is rotation. We work a lot on the flexion, really the flexion plane. A little bit of extension plane, but not a lot in this rotation plane. So if you were with me in Sundays, the week that was, I mentioned that my thought and thinking behind our next one is our next masterclass, our Wednesday night masterclasses would be a, come on up when you're ready, we're going to go laterally on this next one. What did I call it? Release, reset, down the same side of that leg, and then rework. So therefore what we're doing is we're going to release the body through fascial release techniques, so with our ball. We're going to let it reset, so we'll go into some element of stillness to let the body reset, and then boom, we'll start to work it. It should feel a hell of a lot nicer and more freedom and more range, greater mobility once we've released. Come over with the arms if that feels comfortable. Releasing is very different. Well, fascial release, connective tissue release is very different to stretching. So when we sit in our poses like this, for not long periods of time, this might only be like 30 seconds for us. We really only lengthen the muscle fibers. I'm going to come on up as we inhale. Bring that leg back out in front, and as we do, the little short leg's going to jump over the top of it, hug it into the body, lift tall, lift through the crown of the head. And our twist is going to go around to this left-hand side. But it's only when we sit in poses for duration, such as yin, is a perfect example. And I say yin as opposed to restorative, because restorative is heavily propped, so it literally does that. It restores as opposed to works deeper. Yin works into the connective tissue. So connective tissue is things like your fascial layers. It's the ligaments and the tendons. They are much more than just muscle fiber. So fascial release will give us so much more range of movement and ease of movement. Come out of the twist as we breathe in. We'll go for our first big hip opener, head of the cow. Our legs are going to stay stacking down onto each other, and we're going to find ourselves shoulders parallel to the front of our mat and our hips the same. And we settle in here, and if we find, look, that is it for me, we are at the end of a day, the hips are notoriously going to be tighter after they've probably been bound up for a lot of the day. We might be fine to leave it here, or we could explore it a little further and sort of delve into that forward fold. Again, all up to how far these hips are going to allow you to come forward. But again, just let the chest go and fall heavy onto the legs now. The back will release and open. when you take that next inhale. Next one, double pigeon. Alright, you know your options here. You know you can always put your little blocky there if you don't want to go into the deeper version of the leg up. Okay, you're most welcome to pop it up onto the block. Either way, we want to encourage the left knee to feel heavy, feel like it's being sort of taken with that sort of natural force of gravity down towards the floor. We re-emphasize the fact that we want to sit down on that left sit bone as well. We're very mindful that we're not sort of toppling over onto our right. I have a sneaking suspicion that my tab's drooping. Alrighty, from here you're going to go into half pigeon. Shin runs parallel to one end of the mat. Thigh runs parallel to the mat too. Square on around. And lower the chest down, drawing the knee down towards the floor. Again, another great opener into the hip. Hang in there. Annoying. It's like being in a Nazi prison camp. And the tap just dripping. Alright, can we go into full pigeon? A little bit stronger. I'll work that back leg out behind. Do we need some blocks to help us and prop on up? If we do, we'll bring them in. You don't want to strain that neck or the shoulders. We're going to encourage that left hip to point down, the right hip will draw subtly back. And we're just going to settle in here. You might do a little heel to bottom as well on this one. Just try and draw that left heel in towards the bottom, taking ourselves in to a quad stretch, into a front thigh stretch, which is just a nice way to open up the fronts of those legs. You could do this on your side as well. If you found that this was a little bit too strong, you could swing on down and drop into it this way. Whatever feels comfortable for you, don't want to hurt your knees. So it's a strong flexion on the knees. And if you're not down onto your bottom, let's just roll down here onto the bottom. We do need to find ourselves onto the other side. So it's simply just, the other leg. Left leg long, right leg short. Let's go, inhale, up, over, exhale. Find yourself drawing down towards the leg. And the crown of the head pulls towards the foot. We're very mindful of not just rounding the spine and getting head to knee, but letting the whole body lengthen and extend towards the foot, weighted down with our right knee as well. And just breathing out, softening the body down and into the leg. We take the twisted version of this one where our right hand comes to the outside of the leg, the left arm sneaks around behind us to find the inner leg. And we twist around here to the left hand side. So breathing out on the twist. Using this arm with the resistance of the legs, so rather letting the leg roll in, the leg and the hand will work together as we go in to this nice gentle twist. And then inhale, ease on out for our lateral, our side bend here. And again, another area of sun salutation that doesn't get a lot of work. We don't tend to do a lot of side bending. And it's so important to open up this rib cage. There's a lot of compression and shortening between each of the ribs just because of the weight of the body, the weight of everything sort of loading down into it. We talked about on Tuesday morning's blast class, it was an unlock your neck, unlock your back, and I'm thinking neck because I said that there's a fun fact. Do we know how much the head actually weighs? Because obviously the head puts pressure onto the back, onto the spine. And the average head, could come on up as we inhale, leg will go here long and we'll jump over, weighs 4.5 kilos. And it's pretty hefty. And for every 2 centimeters that we round forward, okay, so therefore what the back is going to is into flexion, it continues to put additional load. So that 4.5 kilos starts to feel heavier. So to go from 4.5 to 4.7 kilos for every 2 centimeters that we keep tipping more and more forward. It's quite impactful. The skull on the spine and therefore on the back. Come out of it on the inhale. Doing this little guy around. Here we go, head of the cow. Stack those knees. And set everything nicely in place. And come through the front when you're ready. Come on up as we inhale, leg out from underneath you. Double pigeon, here we go. Options in our block. Remember, those two sides are never, ever the same. But encourage a heaviness to this right knee, weighting it down. Add that forward fold if you feel like it helps open up through the lower back anymore. On the inhale, as we release these little legs, we had that half pigeon, so we would get to face the other short edge of our mat. Squirrel these guys up, hips, knees, and notice that alignment of chest towards the parallel to the floor, hips and shoulders squared with that front edge too. to go into full pigeon when you are ready. Going all the way out back now, rolling that hip down towards the floor. And as we prop on up, maybe we find that quad version heel to bottom. Good, then gently releasing the leg and bringing our two legs out the back. A quick little child's pose here. High child's is fine. Just pushing our body back into the heels. Getting that length into the lower back. Now all fours. Cat cow, breath out, pull on up. And then inhale, cow pose. Softly let the chin rise. And then again, exhale round. Inhale the other way. Two more. And then the last time. Look around to the hip now. And then center and then look around towards the hip. And breathing around towards the hip. Inhale, center. Exhale around to the other side. And then come back to center. Turn the toes under, find down dog from here. Good. Let one heel drop, let the other heel rise. Alternate with the other side, one heel high, one heel low. Okay, one more in each. Drop heel. And then the last side, drop that heel. Both heels are equally down there. And look forward to where the hands are. Step one leg through the front and bring the other leg to join it when you're ready. We will get to rise very, very slowly. All the way up. Good, and hands all the way down into your heart. When you're ready, we'll find ourselves to the front part of our mats. We're going to warm up quite quickly. So I'm going to take my jacket off. Excuse me. And you might need some props. They're going to be little blocks perhaps at the front part of the mat, but that will be it. We have got basics. Okay, so we're going to start there to warm up. It gets our breath and our fluidity going. It's an inhale as we allow the arms to lift and to rise. And then fold forward. Now you can either bring your hands down into your chest or, like a swan dive. It's up to you what feels right. But we know we want to look at the knees. Breathe in, bend to the knees, left leg will step straight back behind us. And then the right leg will follow us, moving us all into a full plank. Full plank leads then to knee plank. We're going to go chin down, hips high. We follow through on the inhale into a cobra. Breathing out, pressing back up, pushing back into down dog. And then preparing to look forward, to step left leg forward. Again, a low lunge. Well, that pushes us off to the 2 feet together, rising on our inhale. Coming back down through the front on the breath out. This time it would be a right leg lead. Send it back behind. The left then joins it, meeting us all in a plank, where the knees find the mat, where the chin follows. And then continue on through cobra when the inhale comes. And down dog, exhale. Back into those heels. Look forward on the inhale, step right leg. Get ready to push off because the left gets to join it. When we rise, we inhale. Stop for me when the hands meet with you at the heart center. Just take a moment to breath. Pardon me, to take some breaths here. We'll start it again. Inhale, raise the arms. Good, and exhale, come through the front, left leg leads behind. It's a low lunge that's hanging there for a moment or two. Feel the hips quite low, lower than the knee. Good. When the right leg joins into plank, pull up and into your belly so that the abs are doing all the work, and keep the abdominal connection as the knees go down. And even as your chin goes down, you can loosen it all up as it stretches through into cobra. And pressing into down dog on our exhale. Continue to use those arms, unfold and press back. Good, remember down dog, heavy heels, but backs of the thighs lifting up. Look at the hands, prepare to step through the front. Drop the hips, remember. Good. Second step, brings our right leg 2 meters. Rise on the inhale. And come straight down the front on the exhale, right leg leads behind, low lunge, dropping hips below the knee. Good. We pull into plank. Engage the core. Knees, core, chin. Come on through. And breathe out. You've got your down dog from here. Good. Look, right leg steps. Left leg joins it. Come on up. Nice. And then bring the hands to the heart center. Let's take another 2. Breathe in. Breathe out through the front. Go back, left leg. And then the right leg. Knees. Abs in. Chin, arms rubbing by those ribs to come through the front. Send your way back into dog pose. Look through the front, step their left leg. Good. Your right leg will join it. Good. Up we go, inhale. Down, exhale. Right leg leads us. Left leg follows. Tight core. Tight core as we lower down. Don't let those arms flat by your sides. Get ready to come through on that inhale. Nice. Down dog. And back. Excellent. Look. Step left. Step right. And rise. Use your last time together, and then we'll do one on our own. Step back, right leg. Yeah, step back with that left leg. Down. Chin first. Slither slowly. Good, and press back. Unfold. Look. Right leg comes through the front. Left leg follows it. Rise on up, inhale. Come and stop with the hands at the heart center, just once again to collect the rhythm of the breath. Take your time. One more on our own, breath in. Breath out. Lead with your left leg, everyone. So we're going to stop. And that's the basics. Alright, we have 4 rounds there. Moving on. Adding on to each of our little layers. Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Good. You rise and the arms go up. Good. We breathe out and we fold forward. Step back the left leg. Let's stay here for a moment. This is what we call low lunge. Right hand's going to rest onto the right knee and the left arm will rise up. And breathe out, both hands find the mat. Here's where we go into down dog. Down dog, I should say, plank. This whole plank will lower. Okay, so it's a full lower now. And then a cobra with no hands. Breathe out, hands will return back and into down dog. We step to the left leg back. We will now step the left leg forward. Look, step forward, stay with it. Left hand on the thigh, right arm will rise. Come back down, back into your plank. Plank gets to lower. If we need it on the knees, we will. And cobra, no hands. Exhale, down dog. As we come to stand, look, step left forward, step right forward, rise. You're going to find your way back down on the exhale with our right leg leading behind. Low lunge, left hand on that leg. Breathe out, both hands frame the foot for plank. If you can, take it down. Cobra on the inhale. Don't lift the legs, just lift the hands. And back onto the floor and into down dog. The right leg needs to lead and come forward. Look, step, right hand on, left arm up. Back we go again. Take it down. And curl it up. And push back into down dog. Look forward, step forward, right foot, left foot, come on up, rise, 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 rise. Good, get ready to come back down, exhale, left leg, low lunge, right hand on the knee, left, sink, and down we go again, hands, out back, shoulders pull down away from those ears, cobra, no hands. Press into the mat, push up and press back. We're still on this left leg, look there, step there, press, rise. Good, back on down. Good, lower. One cobra, no hands, and down dog. We're going to get to stand. Look, left, right. Rise. Okay, we have 2 more rounds to go. We're going to do 4 of this one. Come on down. Get ready to step that right leg back. Left hand on. Look. Hands are on. Feet are out the back. We're down. And we're up. Good. Press it back. Look there. Step there. Hand on, arm up. Good. Hands back on the mat. Step back. Drop down. Curl up. No hands. They're going to do a 1 change for us as we get back out of this. We would step forward on our right leg. Instead, look. Can you do a little jump? So bend your knees like a little frog. Jump. Rise. Down we go. I'm going to lead out with the back of the left leg now. Oops, I don't have enough room. Silly billy me. Alright, hands, planking down. Left leg in front, look. So as soon as it comes through, can we press through it and get up? Hands, yes. Down, curl it, hands free, hands on. Stay here. All right, look, can we jump, soften the knees, springboard, up, hands to the heart. Have a breather. If you're not allowed to the front, you can find your way up there. It do tend to creep on back. How do we change this next one? We're going to do Dancing Warrior in this next one. We have plenty of time. Dancing Warrior and a little bit of hip opening. This is where the hip opening will come into it. We will inhale to rise. Maybe though this time, hips press forward and we go into more of an extension, a little bit of an arch back. And breathe out now, dive forward. Step back on the left leg, straight into low lunge. Both hands come up. Okay, exhale, hand comes around, left. Inhale, extend back. There we go. Into, now hang in there with me. Right leg goes back in the air. Here's your hip opener. Bang. Open. Leg kicks. Good. Leg closes and turns. Single leg plank. Lower. There's your cobra now. Down dog. Okay. Heads on the left leg. Look. Step. What? She says, warrior one. Hand behind. Extend it back. And bring the hands onto the floor. Remember your three-legged down dog. Through. Kick. Open. Unfold. Back in. Back over. Long. Plank. Down. Cobra. Down dog. Now, that was all about the left leg. You are most welcome to step that left leg forward to come up or springboks. Your choice. But regardless, when we extend back, we come forward a little bit about that right leg. Low lunge, warrior one. Hand goes back around behind the leg. We tip it back. And then we come back through that front. Here we go, leg out, back and in. Open. Extend the leg. Close the leg. Hip down. Leg high. Plank high. Lower down. Easy peasy cobra. Press back into down dog. We've got this. Look. Left leg. Up we go. Nice. Follow the hand around the back leg. Extend it back. Bring your legs through. Oh, have I done this same leg again? I am so sorry. Change those legs. What am I thinking, legs? I'm thinking I'm in pain. Calm down. Curl up. Good. Up and back. Oopsie doopsie. Alrighty. Look forward, step with the right. My fault. Sorry, guys. Up we go. Hand behind. Tip it back. Good. Hands on. Into the bum. Hip will open. Hip extends. Closes. Points down. Stays elevated. With us for the plank lower. Awesome. Up and back. Here is where we get to come to the front. Look. You could even walk, so you know what, I sort of want to walk. I don't want to do the little step forward. I don't want to do the jump. You can walk forward if that's a nicer option for you. Hands high, hands to heart. Take a moment for me here. Hang in there with the breath. I want to see how much time we've got to unfold the last little bit. I think what we'll do is give ourselves another round of this one and then we'll go into the next progression. So let's rise and extend back. And breathe out, come forward. I'm going to lead with the left leg. I will remember it now. I've only done it enough times. Left arm goes back behind and tip back. Good. Two hands on. Three-legged down dog. Close the heel in. Open the hip up, extend to the leg. Close the hip down. Leg will go straight again. Here's the chance to do a three-legged down dog and a three-legged plank all together. Curl it up. Push up and press back. Now the left's got to step forward. Look, step, plant, come straight up. From the straight up, rotate the hand behind the back and extend back. Good, hands come back down. Three-legged, close and open. Unfold the leg. That's this. Yeah, if you want to do two-legged plank, one-legged plank, the leg says, look, you can do it as two-legged is what I was trying to say. It does not have to be done on that single leg. All right, to the front of the mat. Look, step, jump. Your choice. We're there. Here's your last round. Come and swallow down. Right leg leads us. Up we go. Windmill that arm behind. Curl it back. Good. Bring it through the front. Three-legged down dog. Up, kick, hip, unfold. Close, return, lengthen. Choose the two legs if we need it. Good. It's all about the right leg. Get ready to step it through the front. One, last, dancing lunge warrior. Windmill the arm behind. Take a little extension back. Windmill back. Last chance of those little three-legged numbers. Hip opens. It kicks out. It closes in. Down. Long. Send it down. Curl it up. Press that mat away from you. Come find yourself to the front part of your mat. Stepping with either the right leg. Frog jump. Spring box. Whatever you want to call it. Hands to heart. Up that front part of the mat again. Oh, that back part of the mat looks so attractive, doesn't it? We're almost there. So, our fourth of our variations. We're going to add an easy chair into this. So when we come to Tadasana, we're going to need to be right here, bang smack in the middle of the mat with our legs together, because we know that easy chair is most successfully done with those inner legs coming close together. Start with me on standing mountain. Inhale. Hands to heart as we find that easy chair now. Okay. Keep the legs, go high arms. Breathe out, hands to heart, tippy toes. Rise. Lower the heels. Come back up. Now when you're ready, exhale, dive forward. Now we call this one monkey. We come up about halfway to flat back. Then we curl back down, lead back behind with your left leg. Good. Hands to prayer, chest halfway, hook the left elbow over the right knee now and go into a deep twist. Good. Return the hands to the mat. As you go into three-legged down dog, you could continue to open up the hip and go into a wild thing, or you may choose to stay where you were. It will all return back in the same way as it did. Plank with a lower and then down, and you might choose up dog this time. Very much your choice. Come back over into down dog. It's all about the left leg. Look, step, yeah, halfway. Hook elbow over knee. Okay. Return back. Hands to the floor. Three-legged down dog or your wild thing. Up to you. Whatever works for you. Back over. That becomes a one-legged plank. Your choice now. Cobra or up dog. But it all finishes in down dog. How you come to the front part of your mat, your choice. Left leg leads though, or it's our little jump. Depends on how much that you want to continue to work. Are you ready to bring the legs together for easy chair? Take your seat. Good, higher arms. Then back to heart. Tip toes. Good. Heels down. Inhale, rise. Good, exhale, down we go. Right leg, step it back, halfway, hook elbow over to knee. Yeah. Come back. Frame that foot. Three-legged down dog. Continue if you want to into a wild thing, otherwise stay there in three-legged down dog. I've got the easy piece version. I've got the one with the little ledge to rest on. Come as either the one-legged plank or both cobra or your choice of up dog. Ready for us to find down dog. Alright. Look, it's your right leg. Here we go. Press through. Hover. Hook. Good. Hover. Plant. Three-legged down dog. Continue over into wild thing. Then back over. Here we are. Our version of how we lower that plank. Cobra up dog. And then your down dog. Prepare to come right foot leading or your jump to the front part. I'm so graceful when we do this, aren't we? Hands to heart, hands to prayer. Here we go. Oh, come to this front part of your mat. Allow the breath to start to slow down a little here. I think we've got one more round in us. Let's go there. I'm with you on it. Up with those arms. Easy chair. Good. High arms. Low arms. High heels. Put those high heels on. Get them on. Good, good, good. Low heels. Rise. Down we go. Ready for that left leg? It's going back. We're halfway off it. We hook. We frame. We take three-legged, or we continue over into wild thing. Up to you. Back on over. Find two-legged plank or your single leg, your choice. Cobra or your up dog, wherever you would like to move into. Follow through into down dog. Are we ready for the left leg to come forward? Look, step, half, and twist. Drop those hips on that twist. Get ready, hands on. Three-legged, wild thing, your choice. Where do you want it to be? Off we go again. Lower it down. Curl or lift it up. And into down dog. Left foot brings us to the front of the mat. Or we can step and jump. You can even make it a little quicker if you want to. Let's do this. We're there. Seat. You know it. High. Low. High heels. Low heels. Rise. Fold forward. Back on that left leg. Halfway up. Hook. Frame the foot. Three-legged wild thing. Back we go. Plank as is or two. Cobra up dog. Down dog. Look, right foot. We're there. Halfway. Hook it. Frame it. Send it back. And bring it on around. Home stretch. Let's bring it home. Down. Up. Back. How do we get to the front of the mat? Your choice, your way. Oh. Ah. Oh. Alrighty. Magic effort, everyone. Can't say we did not work then. You will deserve a little piece of cake tonight. A big piece of cake tonight. That's why I was rushing, because I decided I'd make my family banana bread in the 12th hour. Good job, Lacey. We need to bring this heart rate down a little bit. sit with me on this. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on the time. We just over 8 minutes to wind down and settle in. Let's just come back and find our own breath now. Whatever it might be, whatever rhythm, whatever pattern, whatever flow, we're not judging it. It's the breath that feels natural for us right now. So we should have more of an even breath returning for us now. Here's Ujjayi breathing. The breath is the same as how we would normally breathe. The exhalation is slightly different. It has a deep tone to it. And it's like a ha sound. But rather than saying ha, the ha is sounded internally. So as you inhale, you take a full, complete breath. On the exhale, it's like a inhale. Keep going with it for me. I'll just talk you through some more analogies. Sometimes we describe the exhalation, the Ujjayi breath exhalation, like the sound that Darth Vader might make, that real husky kind of sound. A little less loud than what I did because I was emphasizing it as an external. But it's like a real but internally. You can hear yourself say it, I can't hear you. Inhalation is normal. Exhalation has that deep husky sound. Feel your belly draw inwards on that action. Inhale. Exhale. Belly expands, inhale. Draw the navel softly towards the spine on that ha sounded exhale. to notice you can bring your awareness back now. Perhaps it's just a simple movement of the fingers and the toes. And we're just going to bring the hands towards the heart center. Here's where we get to close and finish class. It's where we honor our practice. We honor ourselves for getting on the mat and for performing. I'm not even going to guess how many sun sounds we did, but you know what? Good on us. Namaste. Well, I don't know about you, but my hands are really beautiful and warm. They were really burning today. They were so cold. And I have a t-shirt on. So that's saying something. My flesh is cold, but I feel really nice and warm on the inside. I hope you guys do too. It is a beautiful practice to warm the body. It's also quite meditative because there's really a lot of time to think about, much more than inhaling, exhaling, left foot, right foot, and all the movements. So it does keep your mind quite focused and quite sort of chiseled on the one thing. The Ujjayi breathing is also quite sort of soothing because it creates that vibrational, like in the body, like Om does. It's really, when you think about it, it's that back end of Om, and that subtle vibrational sensation is very sedative. So I'll often hear those who are experiencing the yoga in class, and they'll use Ujjayi in Shavasana. That's something to consider as well. We've done so much in our masterclass. I will look forward to seeing you next Wednesday for our release, reset, rework class. And until then, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. I will see you on Friday morning for yoga in the studio from headquarters. And have a beautiful evening. It's hump day. Tick, 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 we made it. Yippee. Have a beautiful evening, everyone, and I will look forward to seeing you all on Friday. Take care.